crypto communities, Blue Crew, and all the communities out there. Guys, welcome to another DLTalk, but it's a little bit different today. We're not the tiger today, even though we feel like the tiger all the time. But here we are. Appreciate you, Blue Crew. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Halloween weekend wherever you guys are. Shout out to all of y'all. Amazing times in this crypto space and what's been going on. Recent developments in the past week, in the past couple of days. Even announcements earlier today. But once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. Appreciate anybody who tunes into the live stream. Thanks for the support as always. Shout out to the bullish crypto sniper jumping on in, giving a cheers. Cheers to you, my man. I just got a water bottle today. It's a little too early to be starting the party, but it is Saturday, so is it ever really early? Gonna be trying to have some fun tonight on Halloween, as always. What costumes are you guys dressing up as? Have you guys already dressed up as your costumes? Did you go to a Halloween party last night or in the past week? What did you guys dress up as? I would love to know what costumes the Blue Crew was wearing. Shout out to the Blue Crew, by the way. You guys are amazing. And once again, guys, we have gdlt tokens that you can set up trust lines for. And hopefully in the future, when we hit 3K subscribers, we can do some airdrops of the gdlt token. Really trying to figure out this use case that we can make it and how we can eventually make it a decentralized, possibly, token where it's evenly distributed throughout the Blue Crew. And hell, even I have a significant small amount for gdlt token. Yes, Ro, we have gdlt token. We've had this created since the time that you were able to create XRPL tokens on the Sum wallet. We just never have been able to figure out what the use case could be. But at the same time, just being able to have a token that is called gdlt representing, the Blue Crew, representing the community we have here and the content we've been able to make, and showing support to that token is in a way like showing support to this channel, and in whichever way you guys show support. So you can be setting up a trust line, and when we hit 3K subscribers, we'll probably do an awesome party of airdropping to Blue Crew members and maybe giving incentives to the green wrenches, because once we hit 3K subscribers, we will have the green wrench, the green crew beginning to join us. It's going to probably be in 2022, so a lot of different changes to happen in 2022, and the addition of green wrenches to the Blue Crew, to the chat, is going to be pretty awesome, that's for sure. The Green Marines. Are you doing streams outside all the time? No, I've been doing in between. I do a stream outside. Usually at this time, I would be doing the Tiger avatar on the web with y'all, sharing the news type of stuff. But today I'm out and about. I'm walking around the park. I felt like talking with the Blue Crew this way instead of doing the live stream in that direction. But yeah, mostly during the weekdays, we do like early morning at around 10 a.m. PST or 11 a.m. PST. We'll do a live stream of just news and talk and looking at the charts. You guys know how we do. And keeping up with central bank digital currency news, ISO 20022 news, developments in the crypto space. You guys know the whole deal. And then during the afternoon, I'll do a crypto and beer live stream, and I'm usually outside and we're talking. But here, just today, just been walking around the park, had my morning coffee, and now just looking forward to hanging out with the Blue Crew in this way instead of having to go back home, set up, the computer and all this stuff. I can just get straight to the Blue Crew here. Legendary, how you doing, man? Interesting, man. Keep doing your thing. Hey, man, we do what we feel is right at the time that we're doing it. And when I stream, I want to be bringing it to y'all, coming with good content, coming with the enthusiasm, wanting to hear what the Blue Crew has to say, and hanging out with y'all. You guys are amazing, man. Once again, not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'm not going to ever tell you what to do. So, and if you guys feel like I do, please make it known, but I'm just very clear. My intention is not to tell you what to do with your investments. I'm here to hang out with the Blue Crew. We have been so good recently, by the way, Blue Crew, in our discussions and our conversations with cryptos from left and right. Man, how good was it with Sologenic, right? How good was that call with Sologenic that we all basically came to a consensus with? We were looking at Sologenic's chart and just seeing like this sharp 90-degree angle type of dip, basically towards the downside, and it went close to 8 cents, 10 cents, 12 cents, around that range. Now we're back up above 20 cents. Hopefully we're pivoting the corner, and if anything, at least hopefully going up 70% of the way back to all-time high, which would probably take us to what, about $1, somewhere around that range, which is tremendous gains from this low that we were lucky enough to probably accumulate. And I do feel like that was the bottom, because now we got an announcement from Sologenic announcing an airdrop for XRP and Solo holders. Amazing times. Legendary, my dude. Shout out to Legendary, man. He's been such a long time supporter, and he's like one of the coolest dudes in the crypto space. Really, when you get to, if you guys ever get to see any live streams where maybe he jumps in on one of these live streams or Berserker's live streams, and he starts talking, and the type of cryptos this guy, you know, has been investing in, the type of cryptos he likes, and the, you know, the material he brings up in the chat is just always a lot of fun. Always appreciate you, man. Thanks for the $5 donation. Shout out to you, bro. Never early, bro. Cheers. Bullish Crypto Sniper. I mean, you guys do what you do, obviously. Grab a drink, grab a smoke, grab some food, grab a chair, grab something. You guys know how we do here. Happy Saturday to all of y'all. Happy Halloween. Merry Halloween. I got to start saying Merry Halloween and Happy Christmas. I don't know, something like that. DLT, do you watch Wendy O? Jason Geo, should I watch Wendy O? I haven't seen Wendy O. What type of content is it, or is it a movie, or give me a little bit more of a lowdown there, Jason Geo. But I'd be down to watch it, man. Like, if you're checking them out, if you're checking out their content, like, you're usually really on the ball with a lot of these cryptos, and you really bring good awareness to the Blue Crew. So always appreciate your input. I'm down to learn more, my dude. Guys, thanks for the 7 viewers, the 7 likes. You guys are amazing. Have you seen the big gains today? Yeah, for Sologenic, it's been unbelievable. Like, it's up, what, about 100%, 50%? So awesome to have been able to see that and believe in the project, guys. We did our research, we looked into it, we're like, okay, where's the bad news coming from? Hard to find the bad news. And then we just kept seeing developments about an XRP NFT marketplace and their DEX being at the center of it all, and them being one of the most used DeFi applications on the XRPL. Sologenic, man, what an opportunity. And I think we're at that bottom, because now that they're having that airdrop, people are going to want to acquire Solo to get the airdrop. They're going to want to acquire XRP to get the airdrop. It's airdrop season just on all fronts in a lot of ecosystems, and it's been a lot of fun. But Sologenic, man, we felt it. We were like, there's something just not right about this. This could be a tremendous opportunity. Instead of looking at it with fear, like a lot of people in the crypto space do, they want to go from everything from an angle of fear. They want to go poke fun at things and whatnot, you know, show their insecurities in the crypto space, showing their emotions, getting the best of them. And hell, I fall victim to that plenty of times as well myself. But it's always good when you're just able to do your due diligence on the project and be like, why is it falling so hard? There's got to be a reason. And then not finding it, just only finding positive reasons. That's where you get some really good opportunities here. She is so emotional. Who, Wendy O? She's a diva on YouTube crypto. Oh man, so you think I'll dig her or no? I think it'll be fun. Ro, you're such a Blue Crew. You guys keep me in check, man. So that's how it goes. Oh, I gotta decline this phone call. Just got a phone call, but I'll call them back. But thanks for bringing awareness to those cryptos, man. I don't think I've checked out any of those, to tell you the truth, Ro. So Flame, Block, ZKT, and NAKA. N-A-K-A. Interesting. I got to check those out. Anything specific or maybe a theme that ties them all together, or are they just having filthy gains? Are any of them by chance connected to Interledger Protocol or the Cosmos ecosystem or Flare networks in some way? Please let me know. That would be dope. Or maybe, you know, Alameda Research or Anderson Horowitz is in it. Another big announcement, by the way, guys. Osmosis Zone just got funding by a Coinbase backed company, right? Basically a fund, or I don't know if it's a fund, but one of the head leaders of Coinbase, whatever, heavy Coinbase connections. We do know about Atom and Cosmos having been one of the first listed to stake tokens on Coinbase, and one of, I think got listed earlier than XRP, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm not right on that. You guys can correct me. But Atom, having gotten early access into the Coinbase ecosystem, you already got Band Protocol, which is part of the Cosmos ecosystem on Coinbase. You got some other ones that probably aren't coming to my head. I haven't looked at Coinbase in a long time, so maybe there's some other Cosmos ecosystem type of tokens on Coinbase. But I think Osmo is going to probably be coming to Coinbase within the year, right? Going into next year, I'm sure by this time next year, Osmo will probably be on Coinbase, which is just going to be tremendous. And maybe you just see an invasion of IBC gang onto Coinbase. That would be out of this world. Hey man, I'm not a fan of Coinbase. We talk about it on this channel. I'm not a fan of centralized exchanges. I think they're still trying to, hold on to an old way of thinking or an old way of business. And it's really just so they can keep charging us crazy fees and charging us unfair prices and, a bunch of other things. It's a lot of politics when it comes to these centralized exchanges. I love having my cryptos on these decentralized exchanges. I like having ownership of my own keys. I like knowing that the ecosystem is decentralized, obviously, right? A good wealth of validators that are all up and running and very reputable to keep these systems going, right? Having self-custody options, having crazy awesome wallet options, hardware connection or hardware wallet connection options. I just don't want to be having my crypto on Coinbase or on really any of these centralized exchanges. I'd rather have them on a DEX and working in liquidity pools. I'd rather have them in a hardware wallet and being able to claim airdrops, whichever way. That's just my preference. Guys, thanks for the 9 viewers, the 10 likes. You guys are amazing. Shout out to the Blue Crew, and appreciate any new subs to the channel. As always, you guys are amazing. So woke up this morning, 6:10 a.m. to the news, the local government at Canary Islands. Dang, this will dislodge the hanging rock on the west side of the island. Oh man, keep us up to date with what's going there, Mr. Razul. That's crazy. Utility will win the day. I mean, it would just make sense, right? Wouldn't we want to be seeing utility? Isn't that the whole purpose, is to use this technology and the excitement of being able to use this technology and how it can revolutionize so many industries? Can we just get past this speculative phase and actually start going into not only speculation, but seeing, peer-reviewed, strongly peer-reviewed, what do the developers actually want? What do developers of these financial institutions and the plans of the central banks and whatnot, what do they ultimately want? And I think we have a pretty good idea on this channel of what they ultimately want. Thanks to the Blue Crew, of course. Capello MG, what's up, dude? Appreciate you tuning in. Guys, your support is awesome, man. The Blue Crew is coming in bullish today. And we're getting some new members today, guys. So welcome Capello MG to the Blue Crew. I'm trying to give you a wrench by now, my dude. Here you go. With the wrench comes great responsibility. Please use it wisely. We got a hell of a community here. It's not a ton of viewers, but it's a good quality of viewers who all participate in the chat. They all have their own perspectives and bringing in awareness of newer cryptos that we may not be aware of to keep our eye out for. Maybe good trade opportunities, maybe good opportunities in general in terms of developments with Interledger Protocol, ISO 20022. That's where we really try to keep the anchor of it, right? The Blue Crew and Interledger Protocol, basically, if there's anything that can somehow be connected to Interledger Protocol and the material that you maybe suggest, I would prefer that, because it just seems like Interledger Protocol is going to be the de facto layer underneath the internet protocol, the IP, supported with the ILP right underneath it, funneling packets of information along with value, It just seems like it's almost a given at this point. Nothing is guaranteed, of course, in crypto, but I'm just telling you my personal preferences. I'm just looking for projects that are in some way, shape, or form part of the internet of blockchains, part of the internet of value in some way, shape, or form, and have fast, cheap payments, very fast, very cheap payments, very good user experiences. We're trying to get quality projects that are actually fun to participate in, even as a retail investor, and of course, well reviewed by developers. XRP to 4 digits, man, people are really getting hyped right now. There's something in the air. Like, there's people who are talking about XRP that I haven't seen talk about them, XRP in a bit. There's people mentioning XRP that I've never seen mention XRP, basically. Like Mr. Whale today just brought up XRP. You got obviously like Baba Kug saying something in 24 hours or 48 hours, right, on Monday. You got random predictions by people that Monday is going to be coming out and being an amazing time. And then you're seeing other ecosystems that have big things lined up for next week as well. You got the Cosmos conference happening on November 5th and 6th. So that's going to be very exciting for the Cosmos ecosystem, and just getting more and more, like they've been doing so well in their interactions with their community of giving previews of all these upcoming projects and the developments that they're having and expansions, utility of the inter-blockchain communication protocol. So, but it makes sense, man. BTC went to a new all-time high. When we've seen that happen, XRP moves with it. Maybe it lags for a good long time, maybe like for 3 weeks or a month or whatever. I mean, some people will be saying it's lagging right now, but guys, it went from 17 cents up to close to $2 in that first run up, despite the Ripple and SEC lawsuits. Why can't XRP just start continuing that rise, and maybe we see all-time high finally? We finally get to touch all-time high, whereas other cryptos are like 3 or 5x, 10x, 100x, I don't know what numbers, past their all-time high. And we know XRP is a laggard. And yes, the Ripple SEC case does have an effect, and there's heavy manipulation in the market because there's not that much money really in the market compared to the trillions upon trillions of, you know, liquidity or fiat money that is out there that can still like flood this market in the future. So the future is bright, you guys know. Delegating SGB and earning 3x rewards through best FTSO. So excited to earn so much and compound those earnings. XRP Joe, that's what I'm doing as well, man. I've been loving the best FTSO. It kind of reminds me a lot of Yieldly with the Algorand DeFi application, where you can participate to claim NFTs. And the way Algorand does it with Yieldly is like, if you're already staking Algorand or Yieldly, you get these tickets that allow you to participate in all their NFT drop contests. And if you happen to be a winner, you get that NFT, of course. But here with Best FTSO, it's like you're staking your Songbird, but also earning NFTP, which is kind of a token for the Best FTSO marketplace. And you can claim NFTs that can eventually be used in their NFT marketplace and sold on that NFT marketplace. And so far, those NFTs have actually been doing pretty well in appreciating value once purchased. So we'll see what ends up happening in the future for Best FTSO. But they're making, they're probably inspired by how these other delegators on other ecosystems have been doing it. And it's just crazy the type of growth and innovation and all these, like, you know, like how all these projects are learning from each other is just fascinating, and how they're developing even more DeFi applications, making DeFi even more fun, and finding ways to even earn more rewards through the tokenomics, through the way they're using the consensus. It's fascinating. Guys, thanks for the 16 viewers, the 13 likes. Shout out to the Blue Crew as always. Man, I've bombed by XRP since May. It's still disappointing. Also, the market cap is already quite big. I mean, it's not big, dude. See, that's the thing. The amount of money in the market in general is pennies. Pennies, dude, compared to the trillions upon trillions that'll be in this market. We're talking about everything being tokenized. It's going to be very interesting to see where this goes. So yes, it seems like it's a lot, my dude. It seems like it's a very high market cap because it's already in the billions. But Things change, and things aren't always what you think it to be. Remember, things that don't make sense happen in crypto, right? Dogecoin, Shiba, coins, a freaking coin with a quadrillion supply is able to make people ridiculous gains, right? And I understand because they have smaller market caps, hence why they make bigger gains. But if you think about the scope of what XRP is going to do, being the bridge for every single payment on the planet, because the ISO 20022 standard works best with interledger protocol. Interledger protocol has two means of doing a transaction. One is called atomic mode, the other one's called universal mode. Atomic mode is currency agnostic because you're making transactions between trusted parties. So if you trust the person or business partner that you're dealing with, you can decide to settle with whatever type of currency you want in any way you want. But if you're doing it between untrusted parties, which is the majority of interactions on the internet, it uses XRP by default. So we're talking about micro payments, large payments, payments of all different types and whatnot being funneled through ISO 20022, and a majority of them being untrusted connections. So that means a majority of them using XRP as the bridge currency. And remember, it might also be the first fully regulated across the world type of virtual currency. There's so many other factors that go along with it. It's a beautiful thing when you're really thinking about it. The potential of a first non-sovereign to any country type of currency, and just thinking of it being the ultimate liquidity pool where it unleashes all the dormant capital for all these central banks so it can go back to their respective countries. Once again, XRP is solving a multi-trillion-dollar problem. Capello MG, what's up, man? Yeah, people will be talking in drops very, very soon when it comes to XRP. They'll be happy to own 100 drops per se, 1,000 drops, 1 million drops, right? Which is basically would be one whole XRP. But of course, nothing is guaranteed, but it really seems like that's the way this Web3 is stacking up for Interledger Protocol to be the underlayer to the internet and connecting ledgers of all types, legacy systems, mobile systems, blockchain systems. And of course, it helps if Interledger Protocol is collaborating with the Internet of Blockchains, the inter-blockchain communication layer of Cosmos, and they would have all these blockchains IBC enabled. It just makes it easier for Interledger Protocol to just bridge the blockchain world with legacy systems, with the mobile systems, and then being able to funnel all the payments through ISO 20022, through the Interledger Protocol. I would highly recommend, if you're in crypto, having a good understanding of what is ISO 20022, especially because it is the future of payments. The banking systems are transitioning over to the new messaging standard, ISO 20022. XRP is not so popular in Europe as it is in USA. I could see that. But it's not about popularity, right? It's about, I mean, if you count the UK and London loves XRP. The banking system, the Bank of England has done trials with Ripple that have been successful trials, right, of using XRP. And we're seeing ODL, the corridors that they're opening for RippleNet, using the digital asset XRP. That's what we like to hear. It's a slow growth, but London, the UK Financial Conduct Authority has declared XRP a virtual currency, so there's already regulatory clarity for XRP in the UK. And once again, the Bank of England, having done successful trials with RippleNet already. I'm telling you, the Ripple team are the Knights Templar. If you guys know anything about the Knights Templar, I would check into their story. Ripple is basically the Knights Templar. You guys, if you guys remember the BG123 castle pick, at the top is a hooked X. The hooked X is connected to the Knights Templar. And what Ripple is doing is very much like what they were doing in that time. $416 crypto. Oh, appreciate you, Ro, man. Shout out to you, dude. Thanks for participating in the chat and hanging out with us here, man. Hopefully you're having an awesome Saturday. Guys, what's up to the 20 viewers? Thanks for hitting the likes. Thanks for the 15 likes. You guys are amazing. Once again, Legendary, thanks for your $5 donation, man. You guys help out the channel so much, and I can't wait for 3K, man, because we're going to start doing some cool things when we hit 3K subscribers. The green crew is coming, man. We're about to get infected. Crypto Poppy TV. What is up, Crypto Poppy? Thanks, G, for your chill and open mind. But guys, there's so many great projects out there as well. And of course, I'm just trying to find the ones that are somehow, some way shaped and leading to ISO 20022 and the Interledger protocol. Love the blockchain service network created by the People's Bank of China. That's a consortium I would be very much looking into. People's Bank of China created this blockchain service network. IrisNet from the Cosmos ecosystem, which we've done a deep dive for on this channel, heavily connected and embedded with their products in the blockchain service network. They have this thing called the IRITA protocol, which allows them to bridge legacy systems with their open public blockchain ecosystems. So the blockchains that are part of this are kind of behemoths, right? So you got Cosmos, Iris, of course. You got Ethereum, Tezos, Solana, Algorand, right? You got some other little gems in there that are probably worth checking out. Casper Network, and Share Ring, and then there's this other one that I kind of forgot. You know, there's so many damn cryptos out there to just kind of remember it and being part of these consortiums. But those are ones that I think it was Findora, if I'm not mistaken, or Bonfida or something like that. But you could just check it out. List the partnerships of Blockchain Service Network. They're a pretty big organization. I think they're really going to be shaping up what China and the Asian, you know, Pacific areas, you know, the type of blockchains they're going to be looking forward to using. Neo's on there again. So that's an old school one, but Neo's going to be evolving to a new protocol as well, or upgrading their protocol, if you will. So Cosmos ecosystem, the inner blockchain communication layer, was just launched earlier this year. You're starting to see it flourish. I wouldn't be surprised if the blockchains that are part of blockchain service network start jumping in on the IBC gang there. You got Terra Luna being one of the major cap cryptos today, already being IBC enabled. I think that's going to open the door for many others. Avalanche has been rumored to probably be going IBC next. So blockchain service network, like, I don't see any harm in Polkadot, right? Polkadot's part of that too. They're going to have so many airdrops for Cosmos. You're able to own these NFTs on Strange Clan that'll probably be earning passive rewards. Really liking just how the overall growth of this ecosystem has just exploded since the launch of IBC. So inner blockchain communication layer. And of course, they have major partnerships with Interledger protocol. So that's just another big, beautiful thing right there. The great thing with inter blockchain communication, it allows you to give the whole state of a blockchain to coexist and be cross-chain compatible to another blockchain's system, which is going to be tremendous for NFTs and non-fungible assets. But there's a couple of hoops you have to jump through to do that, and the consensus is relatively slow. But if you have it in tandem with Interledger protocol, which allows for the transfer of value very quickly, but not the whole state of the value to coexist on another. If you marry those two, it's just going to be a beautiful place in just seeing how crypto is going to continue maturing and growing. My Lord, Ro, thanks, man. Thanks for the $5 euro. You are the chillest. You're the chillest, my dude. Thanks for tuning in, man. What's another one? Akash Network, AKT, I think is super undervalued at $3. The decentralized cloud marketplace they're creating there. You know, there's some interesting cryptos out there as well that we don't talk about as much, but we've, you know, talked about them when they were under a penny or around 2 cents. TRX and VeChain, those are ones that always kind of just keep eyes out for. TRX is a very sneaky type of crypto, and, you know, a lot of people think it's a scam, but hell, man, we've been seeing those things like accrue crazy value, but I don't believe TRX is a scam. I think they're developing real partnerships. I think they're developing something real over there that could possibly coexist in the future, you know, internet of blockchains. I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility, TRX maybe even joining IBC gang as well. And Justice Sun is just a sneaky MFer, man. He's really good at being so divisive where it makes you hesitant on getting some TRX. But we've accumulated at 2 cents and we're just riding that one and just seeing where that's going to be going. But yeah, interesting developments with TRX. Hedera hash graph connected to the W3C. Majority of W3C is on top of Interledger protocol, so we definitely like Hedera hash graph, and they're part of the Hyperledger consortium as well, which is comprised or led by the Accenture and DTCC, 2 Ripple partners, right? So really good to see that connection there, and obviously part of the W3C, which Interledger protocol already is, a majority of them are working on Interledger protocol. So everything connecting to Interledger protocol is the way I like to see it. Even Elastos, you know, cryptos you wouldn't really think that would be somehow connected to XRP, the XRPL or Interledger, end up being connected in some way, shape, or form. And it just makes sense. Why wouldn't they want to be interoperable, right? That's the key, is to be interoperable and cross-chain compatible. So the closer we get to that goal, the better it's going to be for just seeing the actual utility of the tech and letting the utility actually win out instead of it just being heavily speculative for the time. What are your thoughts on ETH 2.0? I don't like Ethereum in general. I might be missing out mega on Ethereum. I just don't like the way it is. I want to support a good user experience. Why would I put myself through hell to get the experience on blockchain? That just doesn't make sense, especially when you're thinking about adoption and thinking about your own time in general. I just want something that's very easy and simple to use, because then that means a lot of people, if it's easy and simple for me to use, it means it's going to be easy and simple for a lot of other people as well. At least the way that's how I look at it. Everybody's got their own different thing. I get it. But hell, that's why you have awesome, like, there's just better options. Like, I think Solana's ecosystem's a lot of fun. I love connecting to the Phantom wallet, being able to jump on Radium or Step Finance, participate in liquidity pools, NFT airdrops, all this stuff, being able to claim airdrops super fast, very cheap to transact with, mint NFTs. Just, it's really sad that there's people who are minting NFTs and then paying for NFTs and the transactions are ridiculously high. The fees are ridiculously high. I understand the trade-off is because a lot of people are using it and a lot of people are willing to spend a ton of money anyway. But it's going to revert soon to better user experience, cheaper, faster transactions, easier to access, because you want it now. The quicker you can get to the thing that you want, the better. And there's just better platforms out there. Cosmos ecosystem with Kepler wallet, right? Tron Link with whatever Tron's doing. Flare Networks. I hope they figure out something with Sum and Bifrost wallet. Try to kind of figure out what's going to be their like kind of anchor wallet, if you will, like how Phantom is, how Kepler is, right? So whichever it looks like Sum wallet is leading the charge right now for that. So we'll see, you know, Sum wallet with the XRPL doing its thing, and they have faster transactions. My Algo wallet for Algorand, right? There's just better experiences out there, and I want to be supporting that versus giving people a bad taste in their mouth in terms of crypto, and I think that's what Ethereum is. And personally, I think that's what Binance Smart Chain is, but I don't want to bash too much on Binance Smart Chain. I'm sure there's a lot more success to come with Binance. So, and hell, man, I busted Binance's balls when it was $14. I totally missed out on that big time. So, you know, sometimes my preferences limit me and make me miss out on big gains, and that's the consequence. But I just really like these projects. Like the research I've done on these other projects, I just really feel more confident at what they're presenting and the type of connections I'm looking for. Of course, more regulatory friendly seems to be kind of the trend, right? The ones that seem like they're eco-friendly, fast transactions, cheap to transact with, developer friendly, eco-friendly, regulatory friendly. How safe is FTM? Dude, I've heard a lot of great things for Phantom. I need to jump into the Phantom world. I'll try to get more updated with what's going on Phantom for sure. I wouldn't be chasing this pump though. That's one of our things is I don't chase straight lines up. I like going for the cryptos that have been going sideways or consolidating. So until Phantom does that, I probably won't be joining the Phantom boat for now. And unfortunately, I'll probably be missing out on this rocket ship. But I just don't like going for the ones that have already gone a straight line up. I like going for when it's sideways. What the heck? Daniel Schmidt, that's crazy. ETH is broken. It's just BS, man. It's just crazy that there's projects like Uptick out there and soon Stargaze, you know, Radium and other, what's it called? Other NFT marketplaces there that are providing cheaper experiences overall to mint and purchase, and very quick and easily, like not many hoops to jump through at all. Like Uptick project is a great example, and yet it's not many users, right? Because it's not like a super high valuable currency yet, right? It doesn't have the not developer demand, retail demand yet, because it's not like the it thing. It's funny seeing the FOMO that happens on Twitter with a lot of people where they celebrate and are talking about buying coins that have just pumped, right? Where they just blew up. And then now they're talking about like getting in on the ship and doing all this stuff. It's, you know, we'll celebrate a good pump here and there on our Twitter, but it's just like, I think it's bad because it makes a lot of people FOMO into that project and chasing a pump and then getting, you know, increasing their chances of getting wrecked. ETH is bigger than BTC if you include all the projects built on it. I mean, for sure, there's way more projects built on Ethereum than BTC. I don't even like BTC either. Anything that's slow transactions and very expensive and just, you know, I don't like making slow transactions in general. I don't like, as sure as I would feel like the BTC transaction would go through, I don't like having to wait. During that waiting time, I could be doing other things. I could be moving to my next step. Like if I can do a transaction quicker, I can get to the next thing quicker, right? And that's what the beauty with, you know, cryptos that are fast transactions and cheap is it allows you to do business quickly. And it allows you to continue moving forward and progressing at a faster rate. And now just think about it now in the internet of value where you start having micro payments and being able to make payments like it's just breathing. You don't even have to think about payments anymore, really. That's where you're just like innovating there at that time. You're just able to do one thing, you know, move to your next thing a lot faster, right? But BTC is the godfather of crypto. I think it's just the hot, what's it called? The carrot on a stick, really. I think BTC is just the carrot on a stick. It even has the color of a carrot, if you will. It's a good way to bring people into, you know, exploring the world. It was a good, good starter. It'll be a fun collectible in the future. You can use it probably for payments, but in terms of being, in terms of backing the whole financial system and this new financial system that's going to be ISO 20022 compliant, it can't be proof of work, unfortunately. Eventually we will decouple from BTC, but when there's more trillions of dollars in the space, my dude. The more money that comes in the space, the closer we'll get to decoupling. Theta has a fun and fast, cheap NFT market that's new and growing fast. Legendary, I talked about that with you, or I definitely want to get in on that, man. That sounds like a lot of fun. Theta is definitely in for another one for sure. Work until I moon. Damn, I'm late. It's all good, man. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Appreciate you guys tuning in. Always appreciate the support of the Blue Crew. You guys are amazing, man. Thank you guys so much. Once again, thanks for your donations. Row and Legendary, you guys are awesome, man. Metaverse will bring in tons of money. Hey, man, the more these centralized institutions like Facebook or Google or Netflix or anything like that are trying to appear decentralized, right? It's just not going to work out for them. They do have a good head start in terms of funds. I don't think they have a good head start in terms of betting any of their, new technologies. I can see them just collaborating with decentralized platforms and having, I'm interested to see, now that Mark Zuckerberg is clearly showing that he's going in a different direction with Facebook. Obviously, we've just saw Facebook die in front of our face by turning into Meta. I don't know what's going to happen with Meta and if it will succeed. I think Mark Zuckerberg's best choice is to get a new face for the platform in general and stop putting his own face in front of these products, because not a lot of people like him. I would think, at least. Hence why they're changing the name of Facebook. If Facebook was being successful, or if they perceived Facebook to be continuing to succeed, they would have still kept the name Facebook, right? So changing the name, changing basically the direction they're trying to go to. They've been trying to be more interactive, right? Where they're trying to give you this portal thing that's kind of like an iPad / a big ass phone in your kitchen or living room or whatever. Now they're trying to, do augmented reality type of things. I don't know if you guys saw the movie Dune or not, but there's a hologram kind of cell phone, basically a cell phone that shoots holograms out of it. And his Audible, or whatever, his version of Audible in the future, is showing these visual representations with it. Wouldn't be surprised if that happens to our cell phones in the future, where they're still the same size, but they can shoot a projector of hologram things, so you can experience your augmented reality or your NFT in real life, see it right there projected in front of you and looking real and whatnot. Very interesting times we're going into. Very excited about NFTs and the way that's going to be developing and continuing to grow. The tokenization of everything. The potential of what augmented reality can do for NFTs, 3D dimensionality, it is 3-dimensionality for NFTs, right? Yep, I'm here to make money. I don't care if it succeeds. Hey, man, I respect that. That's the best way to put it right there, Andrew White. Right? You will own nothing and be happy. That's basically where they're trying to get to, is completely cashless. But that's why we always talk about precious metals, right? I love gold, love silver, love copper, love palladium, right? Hell, even maybe platinum, but love gold. Love gold, and how undervalued it is right now. Gold hasn't truly responded to all the money printing appropriately, in my opinion, just yet. I think gold is extremely undervalued, and I understand the growth of gold in the past and up to now has been very slow, but in an upward direction, right? I think gold will have a boom shot moment. I do believe this precious metal will have boom shot moment, where really just the speed of its growth towards the upside is going to increase because of the internet of value that we're going into. Because, right now, the way the internet and the financial system are today, and the way gold is today in this current financial system, it's not working out too well, right? But still, gold has progressively gone up. I think it's going to accelerate in the internet of value in the coming decades. So having some precious metals is going to be unbelievable. I like silver too. Like I've said, gold, silver, copper, palladium. I have those. I want to continue getting some of those as well, every now and again, because precious metals are definitely so undervalued. The whole market of those is so undervalued. They want to tax away your ownership of all assets, for sure, Theody. Exactly. The rest is in equity and XRP. That doesn't sound too bad. They can inflate everything to zero. Well, I think the reason, all in all, for the inflation is to show how bad the current financial system is, obviously. But also, according to the IMF and the G20, have agreed to kind of hit interest rates where it becomes like a level playing field across the board, all across the world. So all this inflation from respective countries, especially the US, is leading towards a goal of having a specific number interest rate that is in parallel with all these other countries across the world. So then when they switch over to ISO 20022, they'll be starting at a level playing field, right? Remember, the Great Reset. Have you sorted your Sologenic trust lines yet? I have. We were just talking about this earlier. How amazing was the call for Sologenic, you guys? We got so lucky to see that Sologenic 8 cents, 10 cents, 12 cents, around that area where it's at now. We believed that the developments were still continuing and building. It made no sense for that coin to be down that low. And now they're having the NFT, the announcements of an NFT marketplace on the XRPL, on the Sologenic DEX, and then now unlocking 200 million tokens and distributing it through the airdrops to XRP holders and Sologenic holders. Unbelievable times, man. I still think Sologenic is undervalued from where it is from its all-time high, at least last time I checked, but it did move up really big in the past 24 hours. That was a hell of a pivot towards the upside. Really excited for what the future can bring with Sologenic, especially if there's more utility, and obviously it being right now kind of a leader in the DeFi area on the XRPL. Crypto creates governments to print more money because it catches up a big chunk of total money market value. More free money? Yep, I hear you. Merson, no worries, man. I just try to give you a really fast overview of what we talked about earlier. So really excited for that Sologenic airdrop. It's airdrop season all around, man. Awesome to be participating in the airdrops for Cosmos, XRPL, Flare Networks, Algorand, what's it called? Some other one that I forgot. Solana. Crypto deflates the dollar. Well, if you guys have seen this channel for a pretty long time, we have a narrative that we believe could be happening with the XRPL. When you hear Chris Larson speak or Brad Garlinghouse speak, they often say that crypto original goal with Bitcoin and other things was to create a replacement financial system, right? To create one that will replace fiat and the fiat financial system, right? Now, XRP and Ripple, they went the other direction and said, no, we want to work within the system. We want to grease up the plumbing, if you will, for fiat. So fiat getting better instead of dying, right? Fiat coming out from the ashes. Maybe fiat is the phoenix, y'all, right? Especially when you count, if you see all these central bankers, if you see the BIS and how they talk about CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, which we keep up with all the time on this channel. And remember, they say 99% of crypto is going to go away. The Ripple people say, and what's it called? Chris Larson, once again, saying that it would make fiat stronger. The XRPL would make fiat stronger. So if you look at it, XRPL does allow for faster transactions, right? Cheaper and faster transactions. And that's the majority, the $1 trillion problem right now for cross-border payments, is that they're very slow and very expensive to make, right? So let's say the launch of CBDCs. Now you have central bank digital currencies, and they're going to have a ton of it because RippleNet will unlock the reserves all across the world that these banks, the dormant capital that's in all these banks across the world, going back to their respective banks, and these respective banks will have those dollars backed by a CBDC, a central bank digital currency, that will funnel through ISO 20022 over the Internet of Value, the Interledger Protocol, and using XRP as the connector for a majority of those transactions because it provides the safest, the fastest, and cheapest experience in payments. So it's just going to be a fascinating time in the payment space, how to even make payments that maybe people who need it the most, especially the people in third world countries that they're trying to bring financial inclusion to, now they'll just be able to make small payments very cheaply and quickly, whereas nowadays when they try to make small payments, it's very expensive and it takes days, right? It's not even worth the experience. So you're opening a whole different aspect of the economy. You're creating this globalized economy where you can transact with anything and it'll be bridged by the XRP ledger, right, to the respective CBDC, because that's what central banks will do. They'll tell their merchants, listen, you can accept whatever the hell you want. You can accept Doge, you can accept ETH, you can accept XRP, gold, an NFT, you name it. Convert it to a CBDC, please, and use XRP for that conversion. Andrew White, it doesn't matter what we want, dude. It doesn't matter what we want. We can, did you just hear what I said? We could use whatever we want in terms of the payment, but how it gets converted and what it's converted to, central banks are deciding that, my man. I'm sorry. Unless we create our own separate society that creates our own payment sales systems, right? That aren't our own internet, our own everything, right? And we would still be a very minority group of people, right? It's going to be probably this way where we can use whatever we want. We can use our NFT that we bought. We can use our Bitcoin. We can use our privacy coins, what have you. But the moment it goes into that point of sale thing, or you make the payment through a QR code, or maybe you know, in the future, it's just like ubiquitous payments, just you being you and existing will make the payment, right? It's going to be funneled through ISO 20022. No matter what, ISO 20022 will track every single payment, and using in the conversion will be the XRPL. I know it sounds kind of dark, but it's a reality, and I'd rather be aware of the reality and know where to build from there. So it doesn't matter. We can use whatever we want that we think is power to the people and we think is against government, but either way, whoever we transact with, the type of payment system it's going to go through, the way these banks are going to be integrated in that payment system, they're going to be very aware of every transaction being made on the planet, right? I'm Dutch, forgive me. Ro, you're all good. We will all own our own .crypto to get paid. I mean, at some point, it's probably just going to even be like somehow like you just existing the way you are. You don't even have to think about payments. You like, maybe you pay in the future, maybe these internet providers are massive and you just pay your internet provider for the whole year or annually, however much money, and it allows you to have the whole experience of the internet of value no matter where you go and what you interact with. It's hard to imagine now because that just seems silly, but it is a possibility where we don't even have to think about payments as much as we do nowadays, right? We can just be paying this whole annual sum to our internet provider and just make micro payments for existing in the world day to day based on our decisions we make, based on the things we buy. Crazy stuff. AMC is going to start accepting SHIB. I mean, cool, but what are they going to convert it to, right? What are they going to use to convert to SHIB? And especially when they need faster payments, right? What's going to enable the faster payments? Remember, central banks are going to be the ones who are funneling all the money, right? They're going to be the vaults in the internet of value. This isn't me saying this. This is what Greg Kidd, the former chief risk officer for Ripple, whose portfolio we love so much on this channel, that's called out projects like Solana in the early days, Cody in the early days, Hedera in the early days, Kava in the early days, XRP in the early days. He said central banks will be the vaults of the internet of value. They will be funneling all that money. They are the regulators of their respective countries. So they tell the regulators what to do. They tell their merchants who are working with banks, right? The businesses that work with banks have contracts with the banks, right? In terms of transparency of business and whatnot, KYC, AML, you guys know the deal. They'll tell the merchants, you can only convert and accept CBDC. And sure, we'll pay you your income with CBDC, and you can do what you will with it. You want to get crypto, go get crypto. You want to get an NFT, go get an NFT. You want to get precious metals, a car, whatever, food. You do what you will with that CBDC that we pay you with. But what we want is that CBDC, right? Banks want stability and security. Yeah, that's all they want. They want complete transparency as well, unfortunately. But it's almost like we asked for this in blockchain, right? That's what we liked about blockchain, right? An open public ledger where everything is visible, everybody can see it. Now we're finding different forms of consensus where it's optional that the information is public, depending on, for business reasons and whatnot, right? And also for privacy reasons, individual privacy reasons. But ultimately, the addresses will still always transact, be able to be traced. XRP is not meant for retail anyways. XRP has numerous forms of use cases. It's meant for anything that you can put your mind to if you need a fast transaction. Whatever you need a fast payment for, XRP is meant for. If you need a fast transaction of data, XRP is probably really good for it. You need a fast transaction of value, an NFT, anything that's a fast payment that can settle quickly and securely and just works 24/7 nonstop. That's what XRP is good for. So the imagination can run wild with something like that. Having a digital asset like that is so secure and so fast to transact with, and regulatory compliant across the globe, right? Yeah, people do get emotionally attached to their coins. That's for sure. ISO begins next year. Can't wait. 2022 is going to be a very exciting year, without a doubt, in the crypto space. And I'm sure very eventful in real life as well. We have still yet to really reach the peak problems of this traditional financial system that'll eventually lead us into ISO 20022. I do expect that to happen the closer we get to the beginning of the migrations to ISO 20022. The new messaging standard that even Swift is going to have to comply with. They're going to have to upgrade their messaging to the ISO 20022 standard. And basically, ISO 20022 standard is heavily connected with distributed ledger technology. And the only distributed ledger technology platform that's part of the ISO 20022 standards body is Ripple. Obviously, we love all the ISO 20022 compliant tokens. There's LTO network, XLM, IOTA, HBAR. We've XDC, right? Sure, Filecoin. I don't know. But a lot of these cryptos are going to have their own use cases. But damn, the numerous amount of use cases you can have with the digital asset that transacts very quickly and cheaply and securely could be endless. But of course, Ripple, the company, tackles one specific use case that they can use with XRP, and that is cross-border payments, payments of all types, interledger protocol for micropayments, and just overall internet payments in general, creating a standard messaging platform, standard settlement platform for the internet of value, right? For micropayments, Coil and what they're doing for streaming payments, right? And just numerous other projects, right? What they're trying to do with NFTs, CBDCs, line of credit, unbelievable. It's going to be very exciting, dude. We're getting to the good days, man. I think we're really going to start seeing just a snowball effect possibly happening with Ripple and XRP, man. DeFi Samurais, what's up? How you guys doing? E4 rocking in the chat, what's up? USA was the last European colony, but will be the most important colony to fight global totalitarians. We don't want to live in a global credit score system. I understand that. We don't want to. But the sooner we realize, we got to, not that we got to, but the way I like to look at it is like, I only have so much power as an individual that I got to start in my intermediate group before I start thinking in terms of larger things like that, where we don't want to be living in a credit score system. I think it has to begin with changes like around your close friends, your family, your loved ones. And then you can bridge out to the point where you're, getting really into trying to change the whole, you know, scheme of politics or what government decisions are being made. And I'm so far from that they're going to be making those decisions whichever way it goes, regardless of what I'm doing right now, because I'm just starting in such a small little bubble, right? I do believe in power of the people. I do believe that we can do tremendous things. I think it's better though when we start from in going out versus out and towards in. And apparently Ripple believes in that as well, with governments and banks, right, working within the system and rippling out, if you will. I do believe that in terms of person as well, as working within and then working out from there. Basel 3 is also implemented. Yep. Passive income. I know, I can't wait for just more and more passive income opportunities on the XRPL. I'm writing all of these memes, Darcy. It's amazing. You know, there's like a Clifford the Big Red Dog movie coming out. Somebody should make a Clifford meme token, a Red Dog Clifford meme token just before the movie comes out, and then see what happens. People love their dog coins right now. It's like all about dog coins. Every type of dog, any type of Inu type of crypto, people are just going crazy trying to get as much of those as they can. CBDC/XRP equals dystopian society. I mean, you could say we're living in a dystopian society right now, but it's just with the gloss of everything's all right. It's just day-to-day type of life, right? It's all about a matter of your individual perspective on that, but it is an inevitability. If we want more, like, the people want transparency from their governments, right? They want transparency from the current system they're in, whether it's like, elections or, other type of things that they want transparency for, right? So if the people are asking for that, I mean, it's going to be crazy when the governments are asking for it as well, right? Because then in a way, we're all like just asking for more transparency at the same time. Yep, yeah, exactly. The climate is always doing that as well, but they're really pushing for eco-friendly solutions, right? They really want us to live in a very eco-friendly world where it could be very limiting on our lifestyles, actually, or the lifestyles we're living today. Sorry for being so controversial. No, man, this is like how we talk with the Blue Crew, man. It's a back and forth. We just respect each other, and we're trying to, we're just moving forward together and coming across like, certain understandings, whether it's about crypto space or, life in general. We'll go with it. We'll go with the flow. People want freedom. Exactly, Andrew White. That's very true. People do want freedom. How hard they're willing to fight for that freedom, how hard they're willing to work for that freedom is kind of debatable though, right? I see a lot of lazy people in my life as well. I see a lot of people not really going for it, and yet they want freedom to just be given to them, right? They want freedom to just be spoon-fed to them. They want it as fast as they want, the I want it now culture without having to do any work for it, right? As they say in Team America World Police, freedom isn't free. I mean, that's a phrase, but the way he says it is hilarious. XRP Army Minutemen of today. It's a dystopian oligarchy, without a doubt. What's the status of Flare and Songbird? So Songbird's been getting airdropped, right? If you have an Uphold account, you probably received your Songbird. You can't do anything with it for about like 19 days or something like that. So it's going to be quite a bit of time to be able to do something with your Songbird. Some people are worried that they won't be able to participate in a XFi airdrop with that Songbird that's been dropped to Uphold. But luckily I've been able to participate to claim Songbird through XRP Toolkit as well, and hopefully I can create that trust line to XFi and participate for the airdrop with my wrapped SGB. Love that Flare Finance is finally going to be releasing some airdrop stuff as well. And just the numerous other airdrops, the Sologenic airdrop that we talked about earlier today. Very exciting times in the XRPL ecosystem, and definitely with the Flare networks, and just so many developments that continue to grow. Really excited for what can come for the XRPL. But in terms of a status of when Flare is going to be launched, I think it's 2022, right? I think Flare would probably be launched 2022. And Songbird, you know, hopefully we start seeing more things coming through the works for Songbird. We're already seeing some projects that are building on top of the Songbird network, so that's a good thing to see. Yeah, I think Songbird is going to do just fine. I mean, it just came out about what? It just launched its mainnet about a month and a half ago or something like that, so we just got to be a little bit patient, but so far, so good with the experience. Don't you want to live in an eco world? I want to live in a world where it's just, I don't even know. It's hard to even try to imagine it, because then I feel like I even become too dystopian in my own mind of the type of world that I would want to be living in. I guess like the simplest world I'd like to live in is in a non-violent world. That'd be nice, where humans aren't killing other humans. That'd be great. That's the simplest way that I would like. That would be my major one change to the world that I like, where we're not heckling at each other and completely just, you know, not only killing people physically, but killing people emotionally, mentally, spiritually, whatever you want to say in terms of it. Just people treating each other better would be nice. That would be my ultimate one change to the world. VeChain is very New World Order, but I'll look the other way. I can hear you. I can hear that. I mean, when we get into things like VeChain, XRP, HBAR, it's us riding off the coattails of these people who are going to ultimately make the choices of monetary policy, right? We're riding off their coattails with the assets, the digital tools they want to be using, right? That's why I get excited with Cosmos, because for me with Cosmos, it's like what I would like for blockchain without thinking about, oh, I'm riding off the coattails of these institutions. There is an element to that, don't get me wrong, but it also makes it fun in terms of just in general, you know, this blockchain experience, and just having a really fun blockchain experience and getting to enjoy blockchain without having to think about, you know, what controllers of monetary policy favor this crypto, even though there are ones that do favor Atom. Don't get me wrong, you could go that deep, but also just a really fun experience. D. Haviland, that's awesome, man. I agree with that. Ro, that's awesome. Lazy people don't care about freedom. They want security. Yeah, exactly. That's very true. Freedom is security. Freedom. I want my freedom. I want it now. I don't know why I have to sound like a hick or anything like that. It's just, you know, there's always going to be, the moment you think you break through one wall and you're free, there's another wall you got to break through. And that's how I usually feel with life is, you know, don't get too excited, but don't get too bummed out at the same time. Try to just be level-headed and surf on the waves of life, right? Surf on the craziness. This chat has become so ethical now. Yeah, let's get back to the crypto stuff, right? So I've been having fun. I'm exploring Phantom Wallet with Solana's ecosystem and their AMMs, trying to see what's going on there in terms of the user experience. Obviously, Cosmos with Kepler and what's going on there, their airdrops and their AMMs and experience. XRPL, Flare Networks, what's going on with Songbird, all these things, the Sum wallet, the Bifrost wallet, the XRP toolkit, and those experiences as well. Hopefully I can give a really good, have a good understanding of all three of them to explain with you guys why I think one has a better user experience than the other. But also still maybe one of them, even though they have a better user experience, the other one may still have way more potential and could eventually have an easier user experience. Wind is catching up, yep. Yeah, the trust lines is fun, Jeff, for sure. I want to protect my property with my shotgun. But you guys are amazing, man. Thank you guys, Blue Crew. 25 likes, 18 viewers. You guys are amazing. We'll stick around for a little bit longer. I'm having a good time with y'all. So, what cryptos have you guys been buying? And I didn't get to see anybody tell me what costumes they're dressing up as for Halloween. I would love to know what costumes you guys have been dressing up as for the Halloween weekend. If you're even a costume type of person, there's people out there who just don't even want to wear the costumes. They're like, screw the costume, man. Come on, dude. Picked up some solo last night. Jeff, dude. Awesome, man. Yeah. That was... Remember when we did a live stream, I don't know, like a few days ago, 4 days ago, we were seeing how sharp solo was falling. It didn't make sense. We talked with the Blue Crew. The Blue Crew came up to the consensus that solo looked like a really great opportunity right there, especially since they recently had announced that NFT marketplace for the XRPL. Now we got the announcement of an airdrop coming there. Cadena, another one that we were lucky to call earlier. Juno, right? The day Juno got out, Juno's been doing some really good stuff as well. I highly recommend Cadena still. I wouldn't be chasing this pump. Hopefully there's a consolidation, but Cadena has major connections to the Cosmos ecosystem. Very interesting goal that they have with that blockchain, but we talked about it around that dollar range. Now it's getting close to 10 with what's going on with Cadena. Elastos, I got a feeling, is going to do its thing as well sometime soon. It's at $4 right now. All-time high was in the $90 range. They got great connections to the Cosmos ecosystem and the W3C and some other major partnerships as well. So Elastos, I'm not sleeping on that one, especially with how low the supply is and how great the possible utility could be for that one. The usual suspects, one red, XRP, XLM, HBAR, Algo, special mention, Tezos. Exactly. And Adam. Let's not forget Adam. Adam deserves to be in that realm. They're doing just as much as those guys are, for sure. And if not, they have major connections to those guys. Remember, Tezos, Algo, specifically out of that list. Major connections through the blockchain service network. They're going to be using Cosmos and IrisNet, so very much likely Atom with its IBC future, the inter blockchain communication future, the greatest example right now in the space for cross-chain compatibility amongst blockchains. Wouldn't be surprised for the cross-chain compatibility with Algo and Tezos very soon in those ecosystems. Obviously the connection between Interledger Protocol and IBC as well. So Atom always deserves to be put in that same vein. Cody, Kava, HBAR, XRP, of course, BAT token, the Hard Yaka portfolio from Greg Kidd, basically. Always great to buy on the reds for those. Filecoin's going to go back up to triple digits sometime soon. I don't know what the price is right now, but Filecoin, you know, Brad Garlinghouse himself having revealed he was an angel investor in Filecoin. Greg Kidd himself having it in his Hard Yaka portfolio. Filecoin's going to be doing some good things very soon. Super low supply for that one as well. Bones TEP jumping into the chat, my man. Bones TEP is already getting used to maybe being in the green wrench life right here, man. You're just going to automatically have a green wrench, my dude. What's up, GDLT Blue Crew? Jumping in really late, but just wanted to drop in and show some love. Cheers to you, my man. Cheers with my water bottle. Atom is a beast. It certainly is, and it's very underrated. Very underrated. One of the best user experiences in the crypto space in general. Major connections to a lot of heavy blockchains. Luna already implementing IBC. Wouldn't be surprised to see Solana implementing IBC because they have partnerships with certain Cosmos ecosystems connections, especially Luna and AKT. Just wouldn't be surprised to see how fast and how big this growth of IBC is going to be, because guys, you're taking so many steps out of the equation when you become IBC enabled. You enable cross-chain interoperability amongst all the blockchains. You don't have to do all this BS of wrapping and unwrapping, and it's just straight, just the two cryptos that you want to do. You don't have to have a wrapped version of it. It's automatically wrapped, because you already are agreeing to a common set protocol in IBC. It's going to be unbelievable. Cross-chain interoperability exchanges, exactly. Mana joined the big gainers today. Yeah, decentralized, Decentraland doing some good things for sure. I'm not a big fan, to tell you the truth, of the Ethereum tokens, though, you guys, or any of their layer 2 solutions. Maybe Matic, but I'm just not a big fan. I'd rather go in other directions. But, you know, people do like Ethereum, and Ethereum could be amazing with Ethereum 2.0. I personally think Ethereum 2.0 is a band-aid solution, them acknowledging they were wrong about starting out as proof of work, and noticing things like Atom and how fast the expansion of these proof-of-stake protocols are, the type of innovation that they're spurring in the DeFi space compared to Ethereum, in my opinion. So just not a big fan of cryptos that are only connected to Ethereum and not interoperable with others. That's why I have certain exceptions with Render token, for example, because Render token I've seen connected to the Solana ecosystem, to the Cosmos ecosystem, and I think Algorand as well. So Render looking like it's a layer 2 that's going to be interoperable with these other layer 1s, and the type of stuff Render token is doing is pretty freaking awesome. So, you know, there's some exceptions for layer 2s. I just don't like to deal with the Ethereum ecosystem. A few weeks ago, I had to take some gala profits, right? And I had to do an Ethereum transaction, and it was stupid how expensive the Ethereum transaction was. I had to get some Ethereum and send it over to the Gala Games, withdraw it. So it was like 3 different type of transactions, paying a pretty good deal of money in ETH. I hate the freaking Ethereum ecosystem. I can't believe that there's so many people in the crypto space that are willing to deal with these Ethereum fees, and how expensive it is, how slow it is, etc., etc. How many hoops they have to jump through to get cryptos that they want to get access to, how many hoops they have to jump through to mint and buy NFTs. I really hope the maturity of this space starts speeding up a little bit and acknowledging the better type of quality, the better user experiences in these other platforms, like a Solana, like a Cosmos, like an Algorand, a Tezos, hell, ADA in the future, Polkadot, Flare Networks, you name it. They just are already starting off on the right decision of being proof of stake, being eco-friendly, right? Being fast transactions, very, very high speed to consensus, unique forms of consensus, very clear use cases, right? Super developer friendly, multi-language compatible, just on and on the list goes on of why these platforms are so much better than Ethereum. And it just baffles me that the rest of the space doesn't know this, and yet people are willing to just go on OpenSea and pay ridiculous fees. It's unbelievable. ETH was first for what? ETH was first for what? Smart contracts? Yeah, great. You create smart contracts, but it's not scalable. The transaction fees are slow. The transaction fees are hella expensive. The security of it is still a question. It's not a guarantee, right? And then now migrating over to proof of stake, I think what happened with Ethereum, it got really lucky to just get a bunch of, speculation towards its way to drive it into the top 3. And now it's like people just wanting to keep it afloat, knowing it's kind of like a sinking ship or a plane that's in mid-flight, that pieces are falling off of it, and they're trying to fix it and try to keep it flying for as long as they possibly can. But you know, eventually they're just going to run out of resources. You know, not saying it can't be some collectible in the future, but in terms of being a great digital asset in general, at first, at the very heart of it, what you want a digital asset to be, what you want a ledger to be, is to be able to process and monitor, or, you know, what's it called? Process and label transactions very quickly and cheaply. And Ethereum, Bitcoin haven't been able to do that. Ironically, they're the top two in the space, but it's mostly because a majority of people are novices in the crypto space and looking to get rich quick. And the first thing they learn about always is Bitcoin and Ethereum for some reason. And then they're told that XRP, ignore it, it's a banker's coin, it's centralized. That's the general, like, newbie's perspective in the crypto space. What about Kishu as the next SHIB? I don't chase dog coins. Maybe. Why not? Wouldn't be surprised. People are going for cartoon coins like crazy. Looking for cat coins. Looking for Doge coins. You name it. Maybe one that's undervalued is Mona. Because Mona was a very, you know, OG meme coin. Sort of like a Doge, but on the Asia East side. Really big in Japan, I hear. So maybe Mona, if you want to start getting into the cat phase, because so far people love their dog coins. Maybe they start liking their cat coins or some other freaking animal. I don't know. I don't really jump in on those. I've missed tremendous gains. I'm very bitter about it, obviously. So I just rather talk about these cryptos that are connected to Interledger Protocol in some way, shape, or form. I still like Doge, if that means anything. I still like Doge as maybe a long-standing meme token, right? For high volatility and speculation down the line. I put $10 on Kishu just for fun. Nice, Jeff. I got to check that out. Meme coins got wrecked. Hey, they're just highly volatile. They'll get wrecked, and then next thing you know, everybody's talking about it, acting like they're the greatest traders of all time because they got it. Doge is dead, haha. I mean, I don't know if Doge is dead. I mean, isn't there going to be a rocket called Doge 1 being sent to the moon? You don't think media is going to be all over that? You don't think there's going to be another hype wave for Doge? Flare Networks having plans to do NFTs with Doge. Doge possibly being IBC enabled to join the Cosmos. So there still could be some things happening for Doge. You know, just saying, I'm not a really big Doge guy, but I would, you know, if everybody's going to all these other ones, I start going, you know, I like zigzagging, right? Everybody thinks Doge is done. Let's go to the next crypto that's going to be the pump of the century or whatever, or of the year. That's when I start. That seems to me where Doge is getting closer to a bottom. Then people are losing hope because they've seen it consolidate so much. It's just going sideways. That's when I like to really go for it. Yeah, so much happening in the space. It's crazy. That's why I just kind of try to have an anchor. What are the updates with Interledger Protocol, ISO 20022, central bank digital currencies, the things that really matter, the Financial Action Task Force, how this whole system is going to be created, this internet of value, and how it's just the pieces are falling in place to create that internet of value. That new Web3, what's going to be part of that Web3 stack, right? Well, we speculated when Doge was pumping, if we want to show how big of a joke fiat is right now, currently in the traditional financial system, you pump Doge or SHIB to $1, right? You pump one of those to $1 to just show how big of a joke the traditional financial system is, the way fiat is today. Because really, if people see a massive meme token like that, because I understand there are other meme tokens out there that are over $1, and that already shows how big of a joke the dollar is as well. But of course, people more publicly aware, the average person is more aware of Doge. So if they hear about Doge, maybe they know about SHIB now. If they hear about Doge, though, hitting $1, it'll like be a mental, you know, thing for these people going, so you're telling me this dollar is just as valuable as a Doge token? they're going to like really rethink what the concept of fiat is. What is money? Like, why the hell do I even own fiat then anymore? Right? But once again, we do believe, you know, through certain symbolism that we've been seeing in media and just the way the narrative of crypto is going, fiat may be the phoenix through CBDCs, through being on the world wire or XRP ledger or interledger protocol. Fiat may be the phoenix, and we may be interpreting what the phoenix is in a different way. Obviously, XRP could be the phoenix, because if it wins the Red Bull SEC case, you know, it's going to go from like the ashes and rise up like crazy, I would assume. But also fiat, because if XRP succeeds, that means fiat is going to do really well in terms of doing fast transactions very cheaply and efficiently. CBDCs could very well be the new fiat. I mean, they are going to, it looks like it, right? It looks like it. It's going to take a while for it to develop to be done, right? But that's where I really feel like this decade is going to be very interesting. It seems like this is the transition decade, and then by 2030, it's going to be very interesting seeing where this world is at, for sure. Yeah, I like Network. Network is awesome. They're building more and more connections, super low supply. Network is going to do some good things. I really feel that. Shout out to XRP Bags for bringing awareness to people about that. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another DLTalk. Obviously, without the tiger avatar today, but always good hanging out with the Blue Crew. You guys are amazing. Always good discussions here, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful Halloween weekend. And appreciate the Blue Crew once again. Thanks for the donations again. You guys are amazing. Bones TEP, Row, and Legendary. Guys, you guys are amazing. Much love. Alchemist, thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gary, for another day to accumulate XRP on the cheap. You're amazing, man. What you guys are doing over there with the SEC and how you're just delaying and finding ways to continue delaying this whole thing. You guys are amazing, man. Thank you for just the tremendous opportunities to get XRP on the low. That is so amazing. Thank you, BTC community, XRP community, DLT community, crypto community, Blue Crew, and all the communities out there. The future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. Our future is bright. Keep in the eye of the tiger. We're getting close to 3K. We're getting close to the dawn of the Green Crew. Much love, Blue Crew. See you guys very soon. Adios.